Hey guys, happy summer. This is your quick syllabus tour so that you can know what to expect from our course. This, of course, is a requirement by the university, and it's just good practice, really, to go over the syllabus. Hope it doesn't bore you to death. I'll be super quick. Of course, here is the name of our course. This is me, Dr. Clarice Moran, and here's my contact info. It lists my office location as EB 120. I'm not there much this summer, so really the best way to get in touch with me is by email. I'm happy to organize a Skype call with you, a phone call, whatever works better for you. I want this class to be something that is fulfilling for you and something that works for you. If you have any questions at all, even though I am online, I'm available. So our class meeting times, of course, are online. There is a book that you'll need to buy. It's the Hafner and Jones 2012. There's a 2011 edition, but I'd like for you to get the updated 2012 one. I think it costs around $30 or so. You can get it off of Amazon. If you order it today, it'll be here before the end of the week. You don't really have anything in it for this week, so I'll give you about a week to find it, and then we'll start to have some readings in it. There will be some other resources here. You can see these are listed. I'll give those to you. You don't need to track these down. I'll provide them as PDFs, and I'll throw them in the readings folder on our course website. You do, of course, need access to Google Drive, which you obviously have, or you wouldn't be on this video. You have to have a KSU email account. I'll keep grades in D2L just so you can keep track of them, you know where you stand, but everything else will be done through Google Drive. A Chalk and Wire account is necessary. If you don't have Chalk and Wire yet, then you need to go ahead and get it. I think it's pretty freaking expensive. It's about $80 or so, but it's something that you will definitely need for EdTPA, and you're going to need it for this class as well. So at the very end, of the semester. But since we're so short, only 6 weeks, I would go ahead and purchase that. I think it's, as I said, around $80, and you can get it through the bookstore, or there's a link online. If you go to right onto the College of Ed, to the Bagwell webpage, there's a link right there to let you purchase Chalk and Wire. So you do have to be a graduate student to get into this class. If you're not a graduate student, and if you have not been admitted to study education in the graduate school, then probably you need to double check. I don't think they'll let you register for the class if you're not meeting their prereqs, but not 100% sure about that. We will focus on technology and multimedia. Mainly this class will teach you how to integrate technology into your classroom, give you some ideas, help you understand the affordances and the constraints or the limitations of some technology tools, and then give you some creative ways to use technology so that you can be more engaging to your students, because we know that technology is super important these days for engaging our students. Students tend to love most technology things. So the course objectives are all tied to CAPE standards and the in-task standards, as well as CAPS. And we also try to make sure that our courses match NCTE Professional Association standards. These are the goals and objectives. I'll let you look at these yourself, but through these goals and objectives, the specific assignments will help you to get there, help you to meet the goals and objectives. So all the assignments are tied to objectives, as of course you know they should be in teaching. The course content, we will talk about mediation and digital literacies. We'll do some remixing, talk about copyright, fair use, remediation and double exposure, composing and designing and digital literacy, some tools, affinity spaces and social networks, and online communities that our students may be involved in, or maybe you're involved in. The use of critical digital media, examine how teaching is represented online and digitally, and then help you to think about professional learning networks and how you can use technology to access some of these. So there is no final exam here. This is a template, so I have to put that in there. But all the materials for this course are due by July the 20th. That's a Thursday. I believe the official last day of classes is the 19th. And then the following day, Thursday, July 20th, is when everything is due. I really can't give you any extensions or exceptions on that. It's a quick turnaround this summer. It's a lot of work, so just make sure that you have your schedule cleared so you can devote enough time to it. There's several assignments. They're all listed here. I won't read them out to you, but you can go through these. These specific projects, A through F, as I said, are all tied to the standards and objectives. Here's the specific points connected to them. And if you do a great job, then this is the grading scale and what you need to do to get an A. So primarily, we will have some learning activities. These will include things that I ask you to do, charts to fill out, respond to your fellow classmates, that kind of thing. You really need to do all of the learning activities, each module, in order to receive full credit. If you only do partial activities, only some of them, you won't receive full credit, and it counts as a partial absence. Once the due date for a module has passed, unfortunately, I can't let you make up the work for that. So make sure that you're keeping on track. As I said, it's a really kind of a quick pace in the summertime. These 6 weeks, they fly by. I know we all have stuff going on like barbecues and trips to the lake, but just make sure that you're making up enough time to devote to the class so you can get all the activities done in each module. There will be reading quizzes. I hate to do it, but they're necessary, as you also probably have found or will find in your own teaching. Reading quizzes are just about the only proven way we have to make sure people are reading. There will be a digital poem, which I will ask you to remediate. This is a poem that you might teach in the future, and you're going to make it beautiful through a digital composition. We have a parallel composing project that I think you will really enjoy. You'll interview someone close to you for StoryCorps. I don't know if you listen to NPR. I'm an NPR fanatic myself, and StoryCorps is one of my favorite episodes. So if you don't listen to StoryCorps, then I'll give you access to some old StoryCorps pieces, and you can see what that's all about. You're going to demo a lesson plan. You're going to create a how-to text that's a digital one. You could probably use this as a flipped classroom video for your students. You'll create a video talking about an affinity space and what that means, and answering some specific questions about that. And then you will have a look at a video that has to do with teaching. See what you think, kind of critique it. What's that teacher doing well? What's he or she not doing so well? And then post your thoughts related to that. So these are the main projects for the semester. It's a bit of work, but it's also a ton of fun. I teach some of these projects face-to-face in 3241 to undergrads during the year. They love it. They have so much fun with it. So I hope you will too. Of course, you do need to have access to the internet, and you need to be able to make sure that you understand how to use Google Drive. There's a tutorial in this same folder on how to use Google Drive. Make sure you have a look at that, and that you are pretty clear so you don't miss any of the assignments. All your work will be submitted electronically through your Google Drive folder, but as I said, the grades will be kept on D2L so that you know where you stand. Professionalism, I don't have to tell you, if you're a grad student, you're already a professional. This is just a standard thing in here. I'm sure you will all be professional. A note on being realistic. I think this is something that you just may want to think about. Do understand that because we're just zipping along here, this class will probably take you 6 hours of work per week. So if you could do that, you could take your whole 6 hours one day, you could bang it out 2, 2, and 2 over 3 days, or you could take 2 days and do 3 hours each. However you want to do it, it's totally up to you. That's the beauty of the online course. You do it at 10 p.m. after you put the kids to bed, or you do it at 3 a.m. in the morning when you can't sleep. But at any rate, you do need to make sure that you have enough time to devote. There is quite a bit of work, and 6 hours is definitely required. So make sure you're working hard, you're submitting quality things. I will definitely do my very best to make sure that I give you feedback on course assignments. I reply to emails, phone calls within 24 hours. On the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, I do kind of try to take a break. Summer is so precious and so fleeting, so I will be at my desk and by my phone Monday through Friday, but on Saturdays and Sundays I might take a little bit longer to get back to you, just because I really want to enjoy time with my own family. So the last day to withdraw from this course without academic penalty is June 28th. So man, they do not give you much time. You kind of have to make up your mind quickly. Is this class for me? Is it not? So June 28th, that's your last day. If you don't withdraw by that day, then you're stuck with me and with the course. Accessibility, you can read through that. These are some resources that might help you. The Writing Center operates sporadically throughout the summer. It is in the English building in room 242, but you can actually send them an email and they will respond if you need help with any kind of text writing, either for this course or another course. And then if you find you're struggling or having a real issue emotionally, we all get overwhelmed at times, then please do contact the counseling and psychological services. Self-care is number one. There is nothing more important than you and your own mental health and physical health. So please take care of yourself, and if you feel like you're getting in over your head, do give them a call because they're wonderful. Here's some information about EdTPA, and you will get more information from Dr. Montgomery about that. He's wonderful. I know many of you have him face-to-face this summer, so just have a look at that and he will talk you through it in more detail. So this video is longer than I like to make, so I apologize for that, but I hope that gave you a good sense of what's in the syllabus and what to expect from this course.